that's where he could start his way back into the winner's bracket. But we'll have to see in just a second with Titan Killer going up 2-0. He's going to face the winner of the match coming up next. And it looks like we got some stage strikes going on, but this is how we got here, and let's go ahead and get back. All right, so RP4 probably on his way, but BW Styles striking on that one. Cherry, got to get a breakdown of the last match, man. What do you think happened and what went right for Solidus in that match?
I think what went right for him, and especially in that first game, was that Solidus was like, he had a mixed game plan, because there were times, definitely at the beginning, where Solidus was really struggling to get damage. DK loves to grab, and we saw Game & Watch, he kind of just like slimes his way out of anything with that up B as well as aerials. And Solidus realized this like right at like towards the end of his first stock, and then just started going for some different options. And it was just a small thing, because he started going for more dash attack, because Game & Watch is going to be going for like some like down smash out of shield or something like that. And the few times he did try to go for something out of shield, he ended up getting punished by dash tech, because Solidus was timing it at different times as well. And then that eventually like rose over time to getting him that win. But I think Solidus in that second game, he realized right away that Luxray was not DIing away. He was not holding out on his control stick, and just went to town with that, as well as just getting some crazy reads like that reverse aerial down air that he got, or the reverse edge guard down air that he got as well. Like, that's something that's so hard to get, and Solidus just saw the opportunity and just snatched it as soon as he got it. And I think that's just something that's really hard to do consistently, and especially when once you put a defensive character too, in that corner where they have to approach, it makes DK's life so much easier, because Game & Watch, that's literally the one weakness he has, is like, if you try to approach his Game & Watch when you shouldn't, like, you just shouldn't approach with him. And like, it ruins his character as like design in a sense, because like the way you win with him is really just to be that kind of turtle like style, that defensive style. And it's like, once you are able to put him into that disadvantage, we just saw Solidus go to town with it. And I'm still kind of like thinking about it, because it's just like, wow, that kind of went his way. I wonder if they meet again, will Luxray use that Incineroar, or if he knows or is not willing to kind of pull out that Incineroar for some reason. But right now we're seeing Link versus Mega Man, PS2, RP4, and BW. We've seen these two people play a couple times now in the recent tournaments, the recent events, and definitely an interesting matchup. Definitely two competitors that like you love to see on stream. They're just going at it all the time, high skill level, and nothing more fun than watching like one of the coolest rivalries of IPG currently. It's also like one of my favorite visually to watch, like just like without even like thinking about the match, just because there's so much just going on with like the boomerangs and as well as like the lemons and things like that. And it really does have like two totally different dynamics, because if you think about even like the types of games both these characters are from, like Link is one of these open world like puzzle games with like lots of different types of tools and items. And then Mega Man is one of those like sideways like platformer shooter kind of games. And it's just like two totally different kind of games. And they both represent their series very well. But RP4 representing himself well, taking that stock, only 70% to his name from BW. BW starting to set up shop here again, getting his damage, getting himself a chance of taking this first stock at some point. Getting that reverse up tilt, such a weird hitbox that was. Nice though. However, RP4 is racking up that that percent really quickly. Getting him sending at 5%, finally losing his stock. Alright, nice, keeping it going. Ooh, going for everything there, trying to get that down air. Not committing too much, and also catching RP4 in this interaction. Oh, nice jab block. Nice DI though from BW. Something he's always been really good at is just that DI, but unfortunately, the edge guard was able to be predicted for RP4. He knew that if he just took up that space there, didn't do something, BW might just happen to continue doing his current option, and was unable to neutral air dodge through or anything like that. No way to escape. Used his jump, used his up B. Really great way of managing your resources from RP4. Nice. BW knowing that RP4 is unable to use bomb here. Ooh, unable to catch him though. Wow, just barely catching him there with the saw blade, the fire blade. RP4 though, racking up this percent again at max rage. Still alive at 170. Using that bomb too, like you're seeing as he tries to recover, he's able to throw it down, and it's just a really nice way to just keep your stock just a bit longer, finally losing it. But BW maybe too little too late. He's down at 94%. Has to have kind of a perfect game here.
Not off to a good start on that.
Yeah. Ooh, that might be it. Yeah.
RP4 going up 1-0. A lot of ways, to me, it really kind of looked like one of the things BW Styles does a really good job of always is ledge guarding, and it looked like he really just didn't hit a rhythm on this one here. It looked like there were a lot of times where pulled out a few guesses that just didn't work out for him.
Yeah, definitely. I think that was kind of the theme of this match. Like, we saw right here, BW put RP4 multiple times in instances where he was in some sort of disadvantage, but maybe decided a couple, 2 times to try and guess where RP4 would be going with it, and he kind of threw up the option, like with that down air a couple times, either too early or just not accurately enough. And like, it was kind of one of those matches where like those kind of added up. And I think we'll definitely be seeing maybe some more adjustments from BW in that department this next game. But RP4 looking pretty hot, just really focusing on the bomb play. Even I noticed this kind of midway through the set was that BW, or RP4 rather, was using the bomb as a shield from the pellets. He would throw it, and then like 3 or 4 pellets would come out, and it would just block all 3. And like, I don't know why I've never noticed that, but like, it's really smart counterplay for that move too, because it doesn't even knock it back to RP4. It just stays in that position.
All right, let's go ahead and hop into game number 2.
Alrighty, small battlefield. I think I know that BW just really likes this stage. We've seen him pick it a bunch of times. One of those nice picks that's a bit smaller than PS2, and it kind of makes sense. There's a couple of opportunities where maybe he just doesn't like how the ledges on PS2 are a bit more protective, and if RP4 is going to try and ride up the side of the stadium more, he might have a couple more instances where he can go for that down air at edge guard. Nice. Ooh, both players having to respect each other's positions there. RP4 having to respect BW there because he does have the saw blade and does not have very many options now that he's holding it. Whereas BW has to respect RP4 because he was in the corner there and did not want to lose his stock due to not having that item, that saw blade. So kind of one of those weird like exchanges where both people have to just be like, yeah, we're both at disadvantage. But RP4 using that up air, taking the stock about 130, I believe, and we're seeing him now continue that trend with the up air again into boomerang, trying to get that up air again. Really nasty move, just really trying to get as much damage as he can to continue this lead that we've been seeing. And really also just keeping this edge guarding to the max, making sure that it's so hard for BW to get back on the stage. Oh man, the bomb steps are on point. RP4 is looking so good. This is a really hard hill to climb, I think, too. It's just like we've been seeing a lot of really decent play coming out from RP4 in this set so far. And I think one of the things that BW might want to try to do more so this set, if he's able to get the chance, is just continue to put down that pressure with that saw and the shield, because the shield is one of those moves that will not get deflected by that bomb, and it will also challenge and defeat the boomerang. Whereas like all of his other projectiles really don't have that luxury, and I think it's just also one of those moves that can also defend him from like approaches from Link. But unfortunate SD there for RP4, unable to get back due to the lack of momentum. Let's see what happens here. RP4 starting to rack up that damage again, accidentally bombing himself there. Starting to use the Leaf Shield is BW. Let's see what he does. Dang, the dash attack, really smart option for RP4, knowing that these shorter platforms will be able to get hit by dash attack.
Yeah, so Solidus did just see and mention Luxray is not bringing out Incineroar tonight.
Interesting. Maybe trying new characters. Maybe trying to get some new counterplay.
All right, so we've got Solidus versus RP4 coming up next. Cherry, what's your prediction on that?
I'm not sure. It'll be interesting for sure. I think that Link is another one of those characters similar to like Game & Watch or who else? Like maybe Mega Man, where it's like all three of these characters are going to give DK a hard time. Like Solidus, like we saw with Game & Watch, that he's going to get carried, he's going to get caught in the air, he's going to get edge guarded. And the one thing that I think he can do if he's playing DK against Link is like when he gets a grab, you have to make it count. You have to carry Link far off stage horizontally so that Link is unable to make it back. And when you're in the air, you need to make sure that you get down without getting hit, because an up air or a forward air like are both going to hurt, and you're going to really need to manage yourself against all of those projectiles as well. So it's going to be I think it's going to be a very hard battle for Solidus, but it's still possible because we literally just saw Solidus play against Game & Watch and do well. And like, I think that those characters offer a similar challenge for DK, but I think Link does have a couple more chips in his armor, so to speak.
Gotcha, yeah. All right, well, just as a reminder for everybody at home, this is Winners Finals, so this is a best 3 out of 5 matchup.